Hey Tarot Tribe, it's Dustin from A Modern Metaphysic Man, and today I wanted to come and share with you something new that I learned and a new found tarot spread. So if you're not familiar with what found tarot spreads are, that's kind of my topic for the current set of tarot tip videos. You can go back and watch the first video in the series, and I'll link it in the description below, and it gives you a good description. But sort of a brief recap are found tarot spreads are spreads that you find within your deck that you can just kind of thumb through and look at to get some sort of message or information from spirit. So today I wanted to share with you one that I call possible futures. This found spread, you are supposed to use your birth card to identify. There's a lot of different ways to find your birth card. If you just Google, tarot birth card, there's lots of different theories. But I recently learned a new way to figure out what your birth card is from the Hermit's Cave, Simon. And I'll link his channel in the description below. And so I'm going to use that method and share that with you today. But again, whatever method you use to determine your birth card, go ahead and use that as your significator card for this spread. So to quickly go over how you figure out your birth card, what you're going to do is a little bit of math. And if you're like me, you hate math, but this is simple and I think you can handle it. So let's see, how can I get this to focus? There we go. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to add all of the individual digits in your birthday. So I was born on the 17th of April in 1986. So I'm going to add 1 plus 7 plus 0 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 6. And that's going to give me 36. Now, there are 22 cards in the major arcana, right? So what if you get 22, that's the Fool. And if you're above 22, so 23 or greater, what you're going to do then is you're going to add the 2 digits of the number that you got. So in my case, I'm above 22, so I'm going to add 3 and 6. 3 plus 6 equals 9. So using this system, my birth card is the Hermit. So yeah, that's how you sort of determine what your birth card is. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick up your tarot deck, and like I always say with these found tarot spreads, is you can shuffle your deck or not. It's totally up to you. Follow your own intuition. I often don't shuffle at all because these are things that I kind of look at when I feel like there's a message sort of waiting for me, and I walk by my tarot deck and it kind of reaches out for me. So you're going to grab your tarot deck and you're going to thumb through it and you're going to find your birth card. And the first card that is underneath of your birth card, right? So you're going to thumb through, since I'm the Hermit, that's my birth card. And then the first card that is underneath of the Hermit is the first sort of possible future for you. Now you can continue to go through the deck, all of the cards underneath, and those are also possible futures. The likelihood of those futures occurring are less and less likely as you go through the deck. This one being the most likely if you continue on your path the way it is now, and the way you make your decisions. And like I always say with predictive readings, the best way to predict the future is to create it yourself, right? I do believe that we have self-control. I do believe that we can create our own futures, and that when we look at the tarot for guidance on possible futures, it's showing us a reflection of a possibility that may occur given all of the current scenario, right? It's like a weather forecast. Today, with the wind temperature, the wind direction and the temperature and all of the given sort of information that we have available, there is a X% chance that it's gonna rain, right? The same sort of thing applies here. So yeah, that's what you do. So you find your birth card, and then you find the first card underneath, and that is a possible future. And that when we say future here, it could be the next hour, the next day, the next week, the next year, right? It's one of those things that it really depends on what your question is, if you're asking a specific question, or if you're looking at it in a generalistic way or not. So yeah, that is the possible future spread. And I wanted to thank Simon from the Hermit's Cave of showing me a new way of checking out the birth card. There's lots of different methods of finding your birth card. So definitely find the one that resonates with you. As always, take what works with you, leave the rest behind. That's the most important thing. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy this series. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have questions at all, feel free to post them. I will answer as many as I can. And yeah, thanks for coming to hang out. I super appreciate you. Like, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, remember, everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. So be kind, always. Bye, guys.